There's just so much
We
going
got
on,
it.
so much energy going on around the vibration. So now we just,
Come on, we
yeah.
got it. We
So,
got it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you getting lunch?
One kiss Ali.
I want to check it.
tell my own
Yes.
kiss
How
out.
you, my brother? We're together all the time. You see me ordering coffee. You brought me a whole hell of a cup of water. You say you brought me coffee, bro.
A coffee, my man, no sugar.
Bro, you know I normally drink my shot of espresso.
My brother,
yeah,
my
you
brother,
fucked
walk
up.
outside and say coffee, no sugar, right?
Bro.
I got that big flower of you. Yeah, I tell you.
That's a good start, though.
No, I'm saying they been love big flower of you.
You like bothering him too.
My boy.
From what I saw in that video, you like fucking with.
The man got tell me, I come in, like, baby, come and give me carry here. The boy come and give me carry here and show me what it called.
But you know what they call carry hair?
No, no carry here, me.
Carry hair, which means the leaf food in your stomach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
That one for the name, sir.
not good.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. My name's Smitty Stokes, and you're currently watching In the Fries. I'm with my lovely co-host today. I'll let them introduce themselves.
You already know Nabil.
J-Biz, and we have Mr. Anthony Waterside in the building right now. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I shoe on your foot. Tell a little bit about it, because you know where we come from. We don't know nothing about that kind of shoe and our trust in it going right now, brother.
Harley Davidson on the boots, Kenny on the cargos. I got these in Japan, and this is Uniqlo tee. Feel me?
Man, a fashion.
Uniqlo shirt, keeping it cute.
Definitely. Today we're talking about fashion today.
So we have this wonderful designer here today that I'm so excited for him to talk about his journey and where he's at right now and where he's going to be pretty soon. So let's just like hop into it a little bit. Can you introduce yourself to us and give us the story behind your name, Mr. Waterside?
Anthony, my name is Anthony. I go by Waterside on Instagram, and the Waterside comes from, for those that don't know, Waterside is a street in Monrovia, Liberia. And, you know, and Anthony obviously is my name, Anthony, but the name just came about just me being authentic to my roots and understanding, you know, the weight that I'm trying to carry for my people.
So you brought the name basically to make it bigger than the street.
Yeah, because a lot of people have a stigma when they think about Waterside, they think about, you know, I'm not going to say it because
I don't
it's
know.
a luxury brand now, so we ain't going. Yeah, because a lot of people when they think about Waterside is just looking the bad aspect of it. So it's like I'm taking bad transitionally to good.
I know. I was actually even describing you this morning. I was talking to a friend and I was explaining like basically it's the Ghana Must Go bag, and he just like revamped it and added Waterside on top of it. And when I first saw it, I know I sent it to my mother automatically and was like, I need to buy you this purse. Like, this is so cute. I love it. It gives varsity, like collegiate almost in a way.
Yeah.
It's really dope. That's
Thank
really
you.
dope.
That bag's fire. That bag is like, so like, I know in China, like, I think for me, for when it kind of Waterside, right? I kind of see like the hustle, feel me?
Yeah.
I don't really see like always being like, I see the hustle, like everybody over there trying to figure how to make something happen.
Yeah, that's the
when
idea.
It comes to, idea of Waterside. So definitely by you picking that, such a landmark, and figuring how to market and push it to the world for them to kind of tap into it, man, we appreciate that.
Thank you, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful masterpiece you got there, right? Because the name Waterside, you know, a lot of people, I mean, just to add up to what you said about Waterside is it's more like the money-based capital in Liberia. Waterside Market, I mean, it's a commercial, really a commercial area that you got a lot of things going on. And when I look at your design, right, it brought so much flashback to me, especially right before the war.
Yes.
With the Ghana Must Go back.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, and you came out with this creativity to combine the Waterside introspection and then telling the story of the Ghana Must Go back. Because the truth be told, right, we like back then, right, we wasn't really familiar with the design.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't want to swag it because, you know, it was low standard, coming up for poor people and all of that. So for you to bring it and create it this way, I think that's genius, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I think for me, like the idea from what I remember growing up in Liberia, like Waterside always been this beautiful place that you could always make something out of nothing, like Biz said, right? Yeah. And just like you said, anything you want, don't matter what it is.
You find it
right there in
Waterside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And fortunate enough, when my parents moved to the state, I grew up in New York. So it kind of also remind me of Canal Street in New York, because they almost have like the same aesthetic. It's a grind city, it's a grind street. Like they're constantly grinding, like selling like replica bags. You know what I mean?
I think that's really beautiful. You was able to take where you're from back home in Liberia, as well as where you're from in the States and America, combine both of those like influences and create something even more beautiful for us. Thank you. I appreciate that. When did you discover though, like your passion for design? What was it? Did you pick up sewing? Did you pick up drawing? What did you do?
I think just being a hard-headed kid, coming from school, my mom, you know, because my mom at the time, she was a stay-home mom, because we had a lot of family members living with us at the time. So I'm very close to my mom. So like just being hard-headed, coming home, button missing on my shirt, and my mom, like she was a seamstress, she would like sew my button, and just finding like a love for something that means a lot to a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at an early age, I discovered that at a younger age, and I kind of like carry on. And the older I got, I kind of explore more, and I kind of got comfortable with my instinct. So everything I do is like very intentional from like roots. You know, it's funny because we had an event in New York, and my mom seen a little clip of the interview I did, and she questioned me like, "Wow, you remember this?"
Good.
So people don't.
You remember this? I'm like, yeah, I remember this. I must have been young, but I got good memories.
That's good. Like people don't really realize that kids pay attention to things that their parents do. They don't really speak on it, right? Like you'll be amazed by like how like these kids, like our kids that we have, they really like look up to certain things we do, and they can transition to like when they become adults. So you gotta be very mindful as a parent. You gotta let go on that blue up and cussing mom cuss all day. Your child might turn out to be a mom cusser one day.
Little prophet kid. Little prophet kid.
Definitely, they pay attention.
And it's actually amazing, right? It's actually amazing that you could modify this and change the narrative or the storyline behind the Ghana Must Go Back. You know, turning it into a masterpiece that anybody can be proud to swag it, you know, because like I said, Ghana Must Go Back is like the story behind it is sad.
Yeah, it's a storytelling. It's a storytelling.
We use that bag, you know, we use that bag to pack our clothes and stuff like that to run away because of war. Yeah, and you know, and now to see that you could craft this in the faction and you're styling it, bro, like say no more.
God bless, brother. Yeah, that's you just answered for me, because that's really, you know, just storytelling, you know, like just being very intentional about my feelings and being super aware of, you know, my roots, because I'm for my people 100%. Like, you feel me? And, you know, because at the time, even before the brand even came about, I had a label called like Anthony Walker, like my actual name. And I thought it was boring. Because I literally thought it was boring because I don't have any interest in like story of the person that I am, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of like drew me back to where I'm from. Like even it's so much emotions, bro. Like every time I talk about it, it's like it kind of like puts sort of put a strings in my heart.
Cry for us a little bit. We like that here.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna cry.
It's okay to cry,
I ain't gonna,
man.
No.
We promote.
I ain't gonna cry. I'm just very passionate about it. I ain't gonna cry.
Bro,
like,
we promote. We promote. It's okay for a man to feel something. We promote that over here.
No, for sure.
It's okay.
I ain't gonna cry though. You know what I mean? You said what?
Okay, so like, what about your signature aesthetic or like your style? I would describe it as, it gives me something like my mother would wear in the 90s. Like I took a picture found a picture of my mom in the 90s. The whole fit looked like Waterside Market. I'm not even going to hold you down to like the jorts or like the kitten heels or like, I don't know if I'm saying so much now.
No. You can say it because, we're still working on it though. Yeah.
Yeah, or even like the I'm still waiting for that asymmetrical button up.
Yeah. No, it dropped already. Well, no. It didn't drop.
I was looking this
You're talking about the yellow joint, right?
I don't know if it was yellow. I thought it was white. I don't know. I wanted.
Yeah, it was two of them. So we had the nightlife in Waterside across, and then we had the yellow ones. I think the yellow, they both never came out because my my brother wanted us to like focus on something else at the time, so we had to like
or even the snapbacks, bro, with the little clip in the back.
Yeah, that was from our umbrella brand coding. So I have an umbrella brand called 07 coding that I established with a good friend of mine, Leslie. Yeah.
I feel like your aesthetic gives like Love Jones. It gives good old like them type Nia. Is it Nia Long? I'm saying that correctly. Like I don't want to be so common in my description of like 90s aesthetics, but it really gives that to the true core. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. We're trying because we work with like different people. Like not even to take all the credit for the bag. I'm gonna shout out my homegrown Mani, because when I was in Tokyo for a while, and when I came back, I was in New York for some time, and a friend of mine reached out to me. He told me like, "Yo, Imani been trying to get a hold of you. She want to talk to you about something." And the last conversation I had with him before I went to Tokyo was, when I get back, I gotta go hard.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go hard. Like when I get back from Tokyo, I gotta go hard because we had just launched like the coding umbrella brand. So we would focus on that because at the time it took us so long. With Waterside, I look at it like my baby. You know what I mean? It's my baby. It's very personal. So everything I do got to be very intentional. So sometimes I take a break from it, then I create with coding. So I get away from it. Then through that process, it brings me back to the person that I am. It brings me back to my roles as a person. So that happened. I was in Japan, got back, spoke with him. And my homegirl, she had this whole story that she was on a boat, on a cruise. And she's seeing this picture, and it has so much emotions and expression. And one of the things she picked up was they had this bag, and it had patterns in the bag. It had a pattern, but she couldn't think of any pattern other than the Ghana Must Go pattern.
Yeah,
you feel me? So she told me, we spoke, and the idea just came out of nowhere. We just came up with the idea out of nowhere. And the first thing we thought about, like, yo, what about we just take our struggle, just like he said? Because the first thing I thought about was, she's not even Liberian. She's Blasian. She's not even Liberian. So the first thing I thought about was the war. And how can I take a trauma to transform it into something positive? To be able to like speak a language with everybody in the world, not just Liberian.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the bag, it's a language.
Connecting the dots.
Exactly. It's a language.
Base can always say, yeah.
Exactly. You feel me? So we thought about it, like, we went doing research about it, and we just, as soon as we did the tech pack, we was like, yo, this is it. This is the language that, whether you're Liberian, whether you're Ghanaian, whether you're Nigerian, whether you're Eastern African, Northern African, but you understand that, the purpose of that, the meaning of it. So to be able to just channel that was something that was really beautiful. And, we're going to keep creating for that expression of people to have, because that's really, really, really the purpose of what Waterside really is. Like, because it's the story goes all the way back. Because I remember one time I was in Liberia. It was July 26th.
Nice.
My mom sent me $20.
Oh,
I went right in the DK and bought my white ups, red shirts, and black shorts.
Yeah.
So we was getting fly then in the DK before we even came to New York.
Yeah.
So like, I always had that connection with what that particular place in the country brings, that joy. And I think everybody in Liberia knows that, but people are just so like, whatever.
No, Waterside market, bro. In all caps, magic happened down there,
bro.
Magic happened.
The beginning of that bro flower too, ain't gonna lie.
No, everybody.
The beginning of that bro can get flower, man. I'm like, yo.
Of course.
And the thing about this, Ghana Must Go product, right? The way you look at this bag right now, it looks so small from outside, and believe it or not, it can take like so much.
It can hold
like so much, right? Let me just give you a story, right? A real short story. So my mom and I was traveling from Sierra Leone after the 2003 war, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had an overnight bag, and that was the Ghana Must Go, bro. My mom fit in those small Tiger generator.
What?
Because, yes, we was all overloaded, right? So I had a carry-on. On my carry-on was the Ghana Must Go bag and a small Tiger generator in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I rode the Wiswa flight back from Sierra Leone to Liberia with the Ghana must go. This small bag looking like this, like he couldn't even notice it. And the tiger generator fit right in.
Wow.
Now those bags
That's
are
beautiful,
very
bro.
very impactful when it comes to like the struggle, the war, and people who can't afford like a certain quality of stuff. But the thing about this bag that you guys are looking at over that Waterside bag, the quality is different.
Yeah. My mom said the same thing. I sent her pictures of it, and she goes, when I went to Minnesota for the holidays, because she modeled for the bag, and I couldn't wait for that to happen. So when
the
I got
quality
there,
is different, the design is different, but the only thing that remains constant is the name.
Story.
It's the name.
The story behind it was important.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh wow, the texture is really good." I thought it was the regular.
I like the texture.
The Ghana was good thing. I'm like, nah, mom. When she validated that, I was like, okay, this is something, because my mom is hard to please, bro. Like, she was like, as cool as she is, she's hard to please.
Now the
bro.
quality definitely, because when I was looking at the bag, I thought like it was like that same kind of quality and the way they make it.
Nah,
I think the Ghana must go bag, they make it from like
there's plastic.
the plastic,
Yeah,
right?
plastic,
yeah. I was, but when I had the opportunity to actually hold the bag, I was like, yo, this shit fire.
Yeah, that's Japanese canvas.
Yeah,
it was made in Japan.
I was like, that shit fire.
Yeah, that's Japanese canvas. So it's like heavy duty Japanese canvas. So it's very durable. And over time, as the more things you put in it, the wears out is beautiful. It get more softer. Yeah. So it aged well.
You did speak. You said you were recently in Tokyo. So it sounds like you're very well traveled, which is lovely. I love hearing about Black men being well traveled. But I do want to talk about a particular. I don't want to talk about a trip. I want J-Biz to talk about the trip.
The trip in Liberia, right?
Yeah.
It's so crazy, right? Because
Yeah,
into fashion, I've been in for a little bit and things like that. So one of our friend right now, which was homie, we go back and forth a lot on the internet. Like, been trying to figure out how to help navigate this Liberian culture space next level. So he's one of the next level guy, professional NFL player, whatever. So he connected the dot with me. And so they just hit me like, bro, we going to Liberia in 2 weeks. I'm like, what? Then I ended up.
I thought that too. I was like, how are they out there? Like, I know he was just there in December. Like, I don't think this was planned. This is something you planned.
It wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned.
So the main reason why I went, right? Because I know my people. I go back and forth a lot, right? I'll say, yo, if I let these guys go Liberia by themselves, and some of the people in the order go turn them off, because they like some people over there knew they will make you don't want to go back to that place again.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason why I say, yo, I gotta go with them, because we about to go into business and figure out how to push the culture and this and that. I can let some kind of idiot in our country
like stumble you along the way.
Just kind of just throw something all away. He's like, nah, I'm not messing with it. So I literally took the trip with them. Yo, that trip.
It looked beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful.
Yo, bro, you think it was random to you? It was random to me. Yeah, because I had just came back from Senegal. Like 2 weeks before that, I was in Dakar.
Daha.
Dakar.
Daha. That's how we call it. Daha.
Okay. Yeah, I just got back from Daha.
Yeah.
And this nigga, like, yo, we gotta go. So I'm like, bro, I literally just got back. Like, I haven't even been in my apartment in like a month. I've been going for 2 months. Like, he was like, nah, we gotta go. And it actually turned out to be one of the best spontaneous trips I ever went on in my life. Just the work ethic. And also shout out to Biz too, though. Like, I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro.
Please.
You feel me? I'm gonna give all y'all flowers, but I'm gonna give Biz his flower for really like always being consistent of constantly pushing the envelope. And, you know, it's a lot of niggas that gonna dog that. But fuck it. You know what I mean? Just keep doing you as a person, and it's impactful to our culture, because we don't have a lot of people that have a voice. Everybody is like, shh.
Fact.
You the godfather of the game, look.
You know what I mean?
Everybody wants
so even when I told my mans, I sent, because one of my boys in the Navy, I sent, you know, I was like, I'm about to go on Biz show on the fries and shit. And he was like, yo, I really respect that dude, bro. Like, he's one of the pioneers that keep pushing the envelope for the culture. You know what I mean? And I wish everybody could just come together to just see that, because, you know, for our community, we're not really we're doing the less, and we're being rewarded for doing less when we should be rewarded for doing more. So now it put people that do the bare minimum, when it comes around, this get so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And you always channel like people should always aim for greatness. And then this show, like you guys do a great job, obviously. You know what I mean?
And also speaking of greatness, let's talk about some of the projects y'all got done while you were out there. I know the trip was nice. Yeah. I know y'all have fun, but I ain't gonna hold you. That video, when I saw the girls and the colors and the background, I said Solange is in the room.
Yeah.
I'm creative director.
We're cooking up Lone Star Music, cooking up.
Yeah, creative director of Lone Star Music. Yeah. And so we have we kind of like talk about like doing music business a proper way, right? Mm-hmm. So like this guy, the creative director of the label, right? So whatever he's saying when I got a music video, I don't argue with him. I have to shoot it.
I
don't even.
Wait, I saw at the beginning.
I have to shoot it.
What about other position?
I don't even.
What about other position?
My brother with the gang with us. You the businessman, my man.
I have to shoot it. Because when we was on set, because so. I'm gonna answer that question though, because I actually really can't wait to explain that.
I love the project. It was beautiful what I saw so far.
You feel me? And you know, the song got sent to me and by my boy Gus. So I cook up the treatment and I send it to Gus. Biz is like more of a business aspect kind of person. He want to see it, he want to touch it, he want to know exactly what it is before he do anything with it, right? Mm-hmm. So I told him, I said, yo, bro, as long as you understands it, it's between me and you. We're gonna slowly like manipulate him of understanding it when we on ground. Once he on set, we're gonna make him understand it. Okay. Right? Because I was very firm about my decision and all the
we were going to coerce him to agree with
standing on business.
I was standing I was standing on business. Right? So Biz was like, all right. So we got on set and the process getting on that particular location, the story was funny, bro.
Yeah,
that story, bro.
Tell the story.
Yeah, like red people funny, bro. That story was crazy,
story, right? So, you know the Duca Palace, right?
Yeah.
So I think some kind of thing that got going on with the what they call government, Gaddafi government or something. Gaddafi government get a Duca Palace, and then the American embassy say, oh, this and that, they don't want the people to build because they don't want the people to be spying on it.
No, what happened? Gaddafi actually bought it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what the guy said.
Yeah, but then Ellen denied it.
No,
it actually went through.
Yeah, it went through because
it actually went through because
Libya owns
it. But the
American
government is declining it because that's one of the highest buildings in the country.
Yeah.
So it also sees through over
the embassies. They don't want Libya to be spying over them. So
exactly.
So we go there, right? We're going to shoot because I be seeing other people shooting video in there. So beginning to be taking pictures. So we go shoot. We talk to the guy, right? We talk to the guy, the security in charge, and man say, "Yo, come out tomorrow, right? Come out to
no. Put the part. Don't forget that part. So we went with a whole visual.
Ready to shoot?
Yeah, right. We went with a whole visual thing. So he said, because I'm the director, right? So I have more of the visual control of what settings I want in the building and things like that and what I don't want to show, right? So I'm being very particular. So I'm like, okay, I will need some type of visual reference so that way it's easier when we come the next day, we could just boom, 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 and get it out the way.
Okay.
So he said, okay, all of y'all stay outside. One of them men go inside.
Go look.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So we got in the building. They probably tell me, said, no photos. So I'm like, but how you expect me to remember everything? That's a big building. I can't just come here and memorize everything. Like, you know? He said, no, then you can go. So I said,
no misbehavior.
What type of probably is that?
You can go, it's crazy.
So I said, you know what? No pictures. I'll do my best to remember every
photographic memory.
I'll put my photographic memory button on and remember everything possible. So I said, okay, cool. So I remember that happened a few minutes. The appointment was at 10 o'clock. We went out. We missed the appointment. We came late. We blowing up this dude's phone for like hours. Mind you, we're all the way in on Congo time. AUG, right?
King, AUG.
Yeah, all the way over
just
there.
To access the Duca party?
Yeah.
My man went there. Bro.
Blowing this dude for 2 hours. We get in, like, agitated, annoyed, bro. We're going back and forth.
Wow.
And the other security guy, he's a lawyer security. So I guess it both probably things all the men are calling my phone. The men will try to come in here. So it stopped and tell us I went Rivers. Where you went again?
Is he went to
Rawsport.
We pick up somebody to bring them to the play.
So we looking at the time, but we said, we supposed to shoot at a certain time. by the time that Brabby get back from Roberts Point and come back to Moravia, it'll be lit. We're like, nah. I'm trying to figure out all type. Bro, one thing about me that I really love is that I'm very consistent. I'm very, like I said, I'm very intentional about things. If I want things to get done how I sees it, it have to be done that way, right? So I start figuring out ways to like go around the building. So me and my homegirl, we shuffle our way around, get one of the Brabby, went all the way around the building, all the way in the bush.
All the way getting out there.
When we got there, I took out my phone. I said, ain't saying no picture. Y'all take picture of the pool today. I took pictures of the pool. And then we went upstairs.
Good.
Here come the Brabby.
The men are on the phone.
Oh, so that's what you're doing?
The men I say he wasn't there.
The men I say he wasn't there. 2 hours, though.
We got on the phone with the man. I literally called the man, right? I talked to the man. Man said, yo, they didn't come this, da. So, y'all gonna wait. Yo, the man literally was there, right?
He was there sleeping.
But he was probably kind of scared too.
No, he wasn't.
Scared of what?
Probably.
I mean,
or probably
right,
the way they were talking.
No. I think he would just.
Are you engaged in with Kolokwa?
No, of course. Of course. We agreed to organize and everything. Everything was already set. So
it was letting us in. They said they not.
So you know what
happened?
Nabil, when the man came back around, right? When he came, he was shamed, right? So because he was shamed, and then his security on pull himself together. The gate, the girls are standing to the gate. He called, he said, "Won't push one more in front of me." I wonder what I did to him about what I did.
Well, yeah, it was a whole riot, bro.
It was a whole.
What was he rushing on the lady for?
Yeah, it was a riot, bro. That day, I was like, yo, I give up because at the end of the day, like that would turn some people off.
Yeah,
because like we literally come into a space, right, to showcase the country. Like that's like a landmark in the country.
Yeah, one of the most historical buildings in the country.
But the thing about the Ducal parties too, right now it's a private property, so I think it's written clearly there, no trespassing.
Yeah. But we communicated though. It wasn't like we just went out of random time. We chat about it and he agreed. But I think what it was like just like Biz said, brother. Brabby was just trying to. It's just the devil sometimes. He was just being. I mean, like, trying to show his hand.
Yeah, but you can look at it from that perspective too, bro. But I mean, when it got to do with something like recording and all of that, bro. All you try to do is just probably protect his job.
I mean, yeah.
But from that perspective, he communicated with us. Until I come back, we came back the next day with a whole set with models.
We had the models outside the building getting the fish beat. It was hot. We had just left a restaurant that we ate some type of food. I don't know what type of meat.
I know their face was melting.
Everybody's stomach running. I mean, we had to go all the way to Hotel Africa to shoot.
Bro, you on that grind and a heat. A heat you got just one phone call, bro. We'll sort it out.
We're gonna have next time. We'll just call Miss Abad.
Oh, so you never did it?
No, but here's the interesting part.
The Duke Palace, you never did it?
We didn't do it.
Oh my God.
So later on, bro, we got there at 11 o'clock. We dip out of there at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And we had to take a 45-minute drive all the way to Hotel Africa. But what was so beautiful about it is that we were so consistent about it. You know, nobody gave up. Everybody, we knew that we was working on something special. See what I mean? And that was really the point of it. And when we got on set, everything just
was magic.
So you know what's really funny about that building, right? Every woman I fell in love with, I did my jogging rules with her there.
You went to Africa?
No.
This is my mail.
Anyway,
I told them that honestly, bro, just for the view. It's beautiful, yeah.
If money and time were not an issue for you, I want to close out. If money and time were not an issue, what's your dream project?
To develop Liberia.
Give me some broader, give me something. Fashion.
Just to be able to, it's because, fashion is just an outlet. I'm doing this because I'm trying to, create an outlet, a system to where I could be able to have things and then be able to open companies in Liberia, like our first production company, manufacturing company could be in Liberia. So that's my end goal.
Yeah, I would say, what's your dream?
Yeah, that's our end goals. So now we're just using fashion as a outlet to get to where we want to be. So when we get there, and then we could be able to create a community, a system where we could support one another, we could support the culture. Because I'm big on the youth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids out there that's like me. 100%.
So we'll be seeing you in Liberia in December, correct?
Of course.
So speaking about,
you're not supposed to see me in Liberia in December.
About putting something together,
on.
right? So speaking about putting something together, right? I know currently you're working on a project right now, like something major. Like your first song going home, right?
Yeah.
Was when we win. And you got back and now you about to let people know what you working on. Cause from now on, we're not doing a hush culture right now. We just literally we telling we're doing.
Exploring.
We're claiming it.
So we're telling it?
Yeah, we're telling what you got coming on, what you working on, what you got you about to drop in Liberia.
This is a dream though. This is like big. You feel me?
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, because God always first, you know, to say that we're gonna open our first Waterside store in Liberia in December.
Woo! Hey, look. Let's see. We're bringing investment to the country.
Yes.
That's
so
what
and that
was
that was my first time back. And when I went there, you know, I feel like, cause I'm gonna just take a little second to just talk about like my actual end goals of, you know, the purpose of Waterside, like outside of like the brand.
Yeah.
Just as like a self goal. I want to open like an art school, like like private museums for like, you know, the kid to be able to like have idea of, you know, what's outside of just Liberia. You know what I mean? So, you know, when I was there, you know, I kind of like saw how things is being, you know, run. And that's obviously the base of what they're used to. But I feel like we could change it. And I also feel like if we had like a younger leader, things would be better because his perspective would be more younger and be more towards like the youth and, you know.
I do think the disconnect with a lot of the country is the idealism with the older archetypes and what they think should be acceptable.
Exactly.
I definitely just went through something like that myself where it was like the older archetypes viewed me in a certain way. And I was like, you don't know how much you've discounted yourself by disregarding me because you looked at me from a surface level view. And I do think that it's troublesome, especially with African culture.
Yeah.
And you're correct. We need government to be 35 and under. We don't need it to be 45 and over.
No, for sure though, bro, because
disconnect, right?
Yeah, because it's not really helping. You know, like there's no infrastructure in the way where, you know, bro, they have like people that having kids over kids and not having any kind of like jobs or like
source of income.
I do think as well the idealism that is raised in our culture. I'll speak as a woman with so much beat into you, Mary, Mary, Mary. And when you think about it, Mary, Mary, Mary doesn't mean have children. It's not really like, what are your goals? What are your hopes? What do you want to accomplish out of the world? So I do commend you, and I can't wait to see you in Liberia in December.
Yeah, it's gonna be good because you know that's one thing I'm gonna say about Biz too. Though I'm gonna touch on that too. I was gonna say that earlier. Like most people in our position and that have the opportunity that we all have right now, right? They go to Liberia and live a fast life, and then mind you, in the state they don't even live up to that standard they're living in Liberia. So it's like I can't go to Liberia and try to flex on people in Liberia. No offense.
Or showing the people.
Or try to show off in front of people in Liberia. Like, you know what I mean? My idea, as I'm supposed to inspire people, I'm supposed to be the one to look at the culture and be like, okay, we could do this as an add-on to what's already here to improve his life, her life, and everyone else's life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like an add-on. But then people leave here to go back home, they do the opposite of that. And then comes back and say, oh, the country fucked up. So how do you expect the country to be developed when your perception is just fun, and like looking at it from that aspect?
It was funny. I was actually even explaining to an American friend how they were upset. They were like, Africans come to America, we steal from the country, and then we da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, the goal is to make our country better. When we look at y'all American system and how things are laid out, we don't have a 10% of that in Africa. Nope. So it doesn't make sense for us to come here and not want to go home and make it better. Why would we come here and stay? That doesn't even add up, but...
Yeah, well, a lot of guys go back home, right, and they enhance their lifestyle.
Work 11 months. Work 11 months. Save for all that 11 months. Shadow go blow all in.
Yeah,
they get drivers,
bro. That shit is insane, bro.
They're doing things that we're gonna operate.
Are you being ungrateful to yourself?
Yeah. No, that may be because of the men in laws.
Are you being ungrateful?
They don't know themselves.
Yeah, they don't know themselves. The laws, because you know you have a purpose. This platform,
everyone have a purpose,
right? Exactly. But I'm saying, like, you know your purpose. This channel right is what you use your voice to express things that need to be said within our community.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And I must hit a stunt move real quick. When we did the video, I better get a win Liberia. I better get a video of best director of the year.
The element, right?
Yeah, in Liberia. No. I'm being serious. Because as humble, I'm going to say, there's no artist, respectfully, respect to everyone, bro. There's no artist in Liberia right now that's doing what Truth Dead is doing. Like the team that's supporting him, we have creative backing. And this is what every artist in Liberia needs to do. They need to come together and create like work ethic for individuals. If I'm doing wrong, Biz tell me, yo, you're doing wrong.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I should be able to understand like, okay, I'm bugging. Maybe I need to calm down and try to do it this way. But everybody want to be in position. You cannot win when you just want to be the frontier of everything because you need a system behind you. You need a system, right? So Liberian people, what is it called? What?
The LMA.
Oh yeah, they better give me my award because that video is next level.
They announced it.
And
no, yeah, they just announced when the show is going to be.
Right?
No. They better.
I think it's in July.
It's in July. Somebody says in July. They better give me my award because that video is like the new frontier of what music video should come out of Liberia looking like.
Yes, it's very creative. It's like creative.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it, bro, a lot of people that shoot videos, right? They shoot it out of Liberia. So we want to also create a way where you understand you don't have to go to Ghana.
You don't
to shoot your videos.
We was in Hotel Africa, right?
Yeah.
We was on the third floor. Remember when we did the shot from like down?
Mm-hmm.
I was on the third floor and I'm like, yo, Nina Simone. She stays in this hotel. So I'm really processing it like,
so you saw the hotel before?
Yes, because I watched a lot of documentary on Liberia and because some of my inspiration
comes... That was one of the most beautiful hotels in Africa.
Bro. Yeah. And I was still trying to figure out how much it was a night to stay a night there.
Damn.
As unfinished it was. You feel me? That's how important it is. So I'm like, Liberia
really got like some like landmark situation. Look at it. They named the hotel after Africa, Hotel Africa. Imagine like back in the day, like how powerful Liberia was. You understand? Where people like that going to Liberia and staying one of the biggest models in the whole entire world, actually going to Liberia to stay in a hotel. Yeah. Like we don't have to. That's one thing we got to understand. I say there's a lot to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Liberia is not the problem. It's Liberians who are the problem because Liberia is such a beautiful place, beautiful landscape, beautiful weather,
the ocean,
beautiful,
bro, so beautiful.
Like it's so beautiful.
The women,
everything. You understand what I'm saying to you?
No, the food is the best. There's no food in the whole world better than Liberian food.
It's not.
Let everybody on my Instagram that not Liberian come for me will go for it one to one.
The women,
that's fact. I've been betting on
let
that
it come for me one by one. We'll go for it.
But man, I've been living off of Liberian food for 5 years. That I've been paying all my bills, me flying up and down, going here.
But Liberian food is small food.
So to tell you, I know what that is.
Yeah, Liberian food not small food.
So
the first time I had organic Liberian food when I had that Sleepy.
Oh yeah.
The potato grain, the kesali with the butter beans that goes on my made.
So if you're going Liberia in December, you spill on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spill on yourself. And I ain't Liberia in December. Because my boy ain't going to be there launching the Waterside store. I'm gonna be there too.
Nah, the whole team's going to be there. You guys, you going?
Are you producing backpacks? Backpacks?
Like book bag?
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be hard. I don't know.
That might be hard, but I just think maybe if we were to come up with the idea, it wouldn't be with that pattern though. Because then it takes away the beauty of the story. Because that bag is actually a handbag.
Okay.
It was structurally meant to be carried like a handbag. So once we do other things outside of that, kind of like defeat the purpose of the story. And I want to just keep it as is. Like I was bragging to one of my men. I said, "Yo, bro, this bag should be in the museum, bro."
That's facts. Definitely. So
it's a museum piece.
So Waterside don't only have they have clothes, right? That's what I'm wearing right now. This top on me is a original Waterside.
Yeah, that's a Japanese thermal.
It's a jeans right here. So
Japanese denim.
They got clothes. So kind of just telling about where they can find they got this belt too.
Yeah, the pony
let them
belt.
know where they can find pieces and things like that.
Yeah. So with those pieces you're wearing, it was from our pop-up we had in New York in March. It was specifically made for that event, but we was able to bring it online for the international supporters and stuff like that to be able to have access to it as well too. So
Okay, they got clothes
I
on.
want to be a little messy. What's a fashion trend you wish that would die?
Damn. Sheesh.
Yeah,
That's a high one. You gonna put me in the spot like that?
What is a fashion trend that needs to go? I don't know. What's the fashion?
You know what it is? You know what it is though? I'm not really into trend like that. But what I will say though, I can't.
Concept. How about that?
I think fast fashion needs to die because it's
T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, fast fashion needs to like die because it takes in away the idea of identity. A lot of people is losing their identity through fast fashion.
Yeah, I will say everyone kind of dresses the same nowadays. And it's quite irritable. Like no one can stand out.
Exactly.
And then when you do stand out, it's like, oh, you're doing too much. And it's like, wait, that was the point of getting dressed today. You're supposed to do too much.
Got it.
Yeah. Love the boots, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, thrifties on eBay.
So let the people know where they can get your clothes, where they can find you on social media before you go.
So you could check us out at waterside.design. You could check out my personal Instagram at waterside_in.
Are we doing a public flocking?
Should we public fuck somebody?
So I wanna. Do we still got more time?
You want to public fuck somebody?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, already.
You with us.
Man already started here already. Man said when they rob me off of your wall, that be
I want to keep saying now when they rob me for my award. That would be whoever
best director of the year, right?
Yes, and I think Lone Star Music deserve it because it's a bunch of creatives behind the label, and I'm not even saying that to be biased because I'm with the label or contractually with the label, but I'm saying that because it's a fact. 100%.
You heard it here first.
It's a fact. 100%. And I think a lot of Liberian artists are tapping with us because they need this man, they need the other man, Gus, and they need me.
But the man say you're only looking for one artist.
No. Open it. We just
made it plain, like brother. We open for
open it
for other like
open it. Right now, when they got one, but as we because we got to understand that market, right? Because that different era, man, they can open a different world on the other side of town. So once we understand how to navigate through that market, then we have kind of a blueprint.
But let me ask you the question too. What's about you and all your all your artists should be light skinned. What are you on the light skinned artist?
I mean, my man, one picking it at again, I would like you get one minute that's marketable.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One picking it again, I would like. So the beginning.
I like chocolate.
No, I'm not saying a dark skinned man can be light, but I mean like
chocolate.
The artists that we got.
I'll show the man 5 artists, bro. The man said no.
They got it.
He's not marketable. He's not marketable. They can single, but man said no.
So
picking fit.
What do you like really like go for? Like, do you just always go for looks, or do you just like go for like talent?
The man want everything in one package.
No, the thing about it, like for me, I go for somebody who I think understands like the field they want to operate in.
Right.
A lot of people are songwriters and not artists.
Yep, I agree.
That's in our market. The problem we're facing, a lot of people who operate as artists, they're songwriters.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what to do as an artist. You put them on this thing, they can't do an interview. Their voice will be shaky. It's like certain things they don't understand. You feel me?
Yeah.
So before we kind of like be like, okay, let's put it begin for in the public. He has to understand those things. So the cats we're going for are people who have been doing their little thing behind the scene, and we see like they understand like where they want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but also I just feel like, most Liberian artists, MC Kara, I'm gonna give her flowers too, bro. MC Kara. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Don't say I'm about to cry because I'm about to be very emotional.
I was gonna get them tears.
I'm gonna give real shit. When you went home last year, right? I watched the festival, right?
Mm.
And it literally brought tears to my eyes watching her perform.
They love her.
Not so much of she having love in her country. That's where she's from. She's supposed to get love. But it just, as an artist, to be able to have that capability on the low skills, to be able to control your audience the way she did, that was fucking tough, bro. And every artist that was on that stage, they didn't come nowhere close to what she did. And that's a fucking fact. You feel what I'm saying? She's a really good...
And she's competing,
yes,
bro.
Yes.
Among top niggas,
yes.
She's actually competing.
Yes, bro. And I think people need to give her flowers more. People need to respect her more as an artist because she's actually really doing it. Like, bro, every time I listen, like, go, my Kobo or my... What is I getting out of Saturday? I got my shoe shampoo.
But she gotta invest in her. But she gotta invest in her music too.
No, but MC, right? MC Kara, right? I feel like the thing about MC Caro, basically, like, she understands how to transition our culture into the art, the music, right?
Yes.
She know how to, like...
That's why I love her.
Her music is relatable to the people.
100%.
They can feel what she's saying because that's what they're actually going through. She understood that art, right? But the thing about her is the problem having a lot of other artists. Y'all come to America, yeah. The people there support y'all to give their money. Instead of putting it back in your music, you're going to go buy a car with it. But the problem, any Liberian artist ever came to tour, I'm serious. I'm very serious because at the end of the day, right? Public fucking. End of the day, right? It's not public fucking. It's not nothing against her. I'm just saying, sometimes, right, in life, we have to tell our people the real. I've seen Nigerian artists that come do tour, then when they come on their first show, they go back home. They do some shit to enhance their career. We used to invest money. You might see their music videos on a different, like, BET network. You might see their music being played on American radio stations because they got radio programmers where you pay money. Or you might see some kind of big TikTok influencer doing dance to their stuff because they put the money back into their art because, like, a business. Yeah. If I sell everything that I have, if I don't go buy new shit, I'm not going to make money again. Yeah, but... So we can't continue to Liberian people, we need to get to in a space where, as a Liberian artist, we're gonna support you first. The next time we do, you have to show us that you competing with everybody else that we loving as artists. We wanna love our Liberian artists. We just wanna be doing no UN shit with y'all all day supporting y'all. We wanna fall in love with y'all.
It's the mentality though, bro. It's like crazy. It's the
because Ponto go home with buy car.
Yeah, it's the mentality though, bro.
There's buy car. CRC went back home and buy car. Like car, we can't buy car for y'all in America, yeah. So when we get car say in America, yeah. They work hard to buy car for y'all.
You feel me?
Yeah, but I mean,
this shit need to stop, my man. It needs to stop. Music is a business. You have to invest back into the art. Yeah, because we want you to showcase the art to the world, so the other people outside can come in and invest into our country. That's how.
But listen
money
to this though.
Being made.
This is a thing, right? It's a skills. It's a marketing technique. And then it's a talent. So even with design, I had to learn how to be marketable, how to create a brand, to be able to sell things for $500.
You invested in your stuff that can tell by the quality.
No, right. We did invest in it for sure. But you got to understand this. Some people, I would just speak directly our people, right? They don't have marketing strategy on how to promote themselves or brand themselves. And that's with the lack. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's my manager, which is my friend. You know what I mean? But she's my manager when it comes to booking, so I'm using her to put things in play, but I'm not listening to her.
Definitely people don't know the rules. That is very true.
Exactly. I'm not listening to her. So then why she's a manager? You know what I'm saying?
That's
like why?
Exactly.
That should just be your booking or your bounce to the side, right?
I think she's my manager.
Exactly.
Because I can tell her whatever I want her to do, I can just tell her I can control her.
But then that's not a manager. You manage the manager.
Yeah. But
if you think you're gonna sound the low star music because you want car.
No.
They're not giving cars out in your deal. They're not getting no car in your deal.
You putting back.
No, but that's a good point though. Like we just gotta just start like teaching and inspiring our people
how to invest back into the art. Because it's what it do, right? For example, the whole entire Nigerian music industry we talk about all day, we compare everything to these cats. They put money back into it to make other
lot of money, bro.
Everything you do on a business aspect always require a lot of funding.
So that's what they do. They put
always.
So other outside nationalities now are tapping into what they got going on. That's how it brings tourism to your country. That's how the bloggers able to make money. That's how all these other people, because they for example, Duke, right? Duke Concert, right?
Yeah.
Duke Concert was doing events like us, right? Boom. One in the Nigerian industry as pro. Boom. Now he's doing Madison Square Garden because now he has a close relationship with the cats. Those his homies.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be like, yo, bro, let's do this.
Yeah, but you know what also that comes with though? Togetherness. No, we don't have that. We lack of it.
No, we lack of togetherness because of you can't be together with somebody who don't have that same mindset as you.
No, because you could learn. We're afraid to learn.
They don't want to learn,
they're afraid.
And as well, we don't want to teach as much as
we do teach because Biz do a good job teaching. He do a good job
everybody
teaching.
Wants to teach.
You guys on this platform do a good job. Like the feedback in which you give artists, they take it and perceive it in a way where however they take it, right? And then they just runs with it. Very emotional. You got to have emotional balance. You know what I mean? You got to have emotional balance. Like as an artist, I'm okay. You know what I mean? If 3 people in the room saying, oh, we don't fuck with the design. That's cool. But guess what? I got people in Tokyo rocking my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
like,
you know what? You know why is that?
Your
You
little
invest in your
opinion
brand.
is not going to really affect me or bothers me in a way because guess what? I was able to attract somebody else's outside of my
No,
race.
because you invested into your brand.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the reason why I have because you invested into your brand, bro.
Mindset.
Yeah.
When you invest into your brand, you attract. So, for example, my restaurant I got, right? People will come, oh, La Brempo don't buy my stuff. You know why? Because I don't have to like be for La Brempo so they can love me.
Man, I'm not gonna sit out and come with a bag of
because what I do, right, is I market stuff, I push it out to the world, and whosoever might like it, they come to get it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I invest into what I do. That's the key to entertainment. There's so many people in the world, bro. So many people in the world looking for something to do.
But with the community, because we don't have an industry yet, so I'm not even gonna say we have an industry.
I'm gonna
just be very like forward with this shit to the community, right? People are so content with the little of what is given to them, rather than looking at it. Because you got to understand, we have a Western mentality. I'm gonna speak for them just a little bit. I can't just be too biased with the whole shit, right? They have a mentality of system where, a lot of people, statistically speaking, they say a lot of people are not successful. The percent of most people that are not successful are because they're afraid of losing what they have or what they work hard for.
Work hard for. They're scared to put it back up.
Yeah.
So if you give somebody, like, I'm not gonna say name, one of the artists from Liberia, you give them $20,000. They're not used to seeing $20,000. So they're gonna build a structure around that $20,000 to empower themselves, rather than looking at it like, okay, I could flip this 20,000,
put it back,
and make it 40,000. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So they say, you know what? I'm not about to be taking taxi around here. Let me go get my car. Then they go get a car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then that also comes with, mentor. Like the music comes with so much things that goes into it, rather than just you having the idea of knowing how to move the pen. It's a marketing thing. If you're not marketing your music the right way or channeling the right people to understand your music, regardless of what it is, you're not going to be successful because your marketing skill sucks and you're not willing to give other people the opportunity to help you. Do you think right now, if I make call to one of the biggest artists in Liberia, like, yo, I work with Lone Star Music, right? But I'm open because I'm for the people. I'm open. I'm for the culture. Let me just direct one of your videos. You know they're probably going to tell me, let me let Joe go. I don't even know him from nowhere. Then you can't tell me the stupid. That's the mindset.
Bro,
you feel me? That's the mindset.
Yeah, but you see the thing with car too, right? Car is an asset, but it's also
liability.
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 I mean,
it's a lucrative.
It's an asset, but it becomes a liability for you.
As
an individual. You got to service it, or you got to fix it, or you got to do maintenance and
pay insurance
and all of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, my man. That shit can hurt my feelings, bro. Cause like when these cats come to America, we ruling for them, bro. We at a space where like, yo, we so happy, and we're grateful that they come and make some money, and that money gonna get put back into the music to enhance this stuff. Because every blogger out there, all these content creators out there, they're depending on this thing to get better one day, so they can survive off of it. You feel me? Yeah. So. I mean, we're begging you, bro. Like, you in the fashion world, when my La Brempo, if they put in and say, okay, we're going to tune into Waterside, we're going to give you our money, please don't go buy Maybach with A, my man. Please put it back into the brand and put the brand
on
Beyonce.
That's just for me. You could buy me a Maybach.
Yeah.
People the brand on, yeah, my man, I'm begging you, but yeah, my man.
No. The idea is not really about that, though, bro. Like, I really just want to just channel the fact of just, like, wanting my people to understand that we as a team, Lone Star Music, Waterside, we want to help the community. We want to help change the perspective of the norms, because that's what's fucking us up. It's a pattern. You got to get out of that shit. You got to be able to really be like, yo, you know what? I want everybody looking this way. Guess what? I want to look that way.
Yeah, fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be able to do that because when everybody starts seeing you doing that, people could follow. But when everybody, like, for example, like, I'm going to keep going back to the visual, like Liberian music visual. Like, some artists. I won't mention no artists. Unless you want me to mention artists, then I'll mention artists.
Man, all that hush culture, we're gonna stop it. I will be quiet when I call somebody name.
Okay, so like, look, so let's say no. I don't want to start no mutual beef and shit. I'm a very neutral man. I like peace, but I'm just speak in general. Some of the Liberian artists, they work so hard to create good songs, right? But there's no push, there's no visual, and I always tell people when I speak to Gus, we have this conversation. Me and you have this conversation, Biz. As an artist, you gotta win in both sides, right? Sometimes people don't like your music, but they like your creativity behind your visuals. That could also bring you views, and it could also put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
You can't be lack of both. And that's what our artists is lack of. They don't have good like expression in what they do. They express a little of nothing and they expect people to be like, okay, yeah, this person did this.
You get it from Liberia.
Yeah, this person did that. No, it doesn't work like that. You got to have either one of them. You got to go either, if you're not going to go hard on the marketing side, go hard on the visual side of it, so that way it could draw attention to other people. There's a lot of American artists that music sucks. I could say them names, which I'm not going to, but
that video
is hard.
That video, that shit hard.
That creativity is at a next level to the point where it brings replays back to that song, back to that
value.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, maybe people like the song because they keep hearing it on over.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
they do like
so
content.
I think, yeah.
Figure out how to put that. For example, look when Wiz dropped that one dance song, like they had like Kylie Jenner and them doing videos for it. Only thing was pay to play. You feel me? So you got to put money back into your brand, man. We're begging you.
Yeah, please.
Well, I think that's going to be a wrap today,
It's simple marketing, bro. Simple marketing.
Fun. I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed hearing your brain. I enjoyed hearing what you guys have planned for the future. Anything you want to say to close out?
Like what?
Whatever you want to say to the people.
Inspire the children.
Like I feel like for this is just not to just the youth. This is for the community.
Yeah.
You know, believe in what you believe in. Be consistent and be intentional about it. That takes you far. And just be very direct and be expressive. And it's okay to get help. That's key in our community. It's okay to get help. Not everybody can be the boss. You know what I'm saying?
And the boss needs help. That's why he's the boss.
Exactly.
So,
you know what I'm saying? That's why the boss have an assistant. Right?
Okay.
So people should just be open to learn, because there's a saying, say a smart man knows and knows nothing. So I'm going to just leave it as that. So, you know, for the youth, I just want them to just keep, you know, picking up ideas and just keep doing, because a lot of shout out to all the bloggers in Liberia that I met, Gary, Kodokwa TV. These dudes are doing a really good job, and I'm really proud of them to be able to, like, you know, do it without, you know, expecting the most out of it, and to constantly keep doing it, being consistent. You know what I mean? So shout out to all of them, and you guys just keep doing and be consistent, and you know, it's gonna happen.
Fire. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, my brother, for coming on in the front.
Of course, bro. This is yeah.
Gary.
Well, not shake tail today.
Yeah, the noise that I'm about to go block my Instagram. But that was good though.
You gotta put that shit together, bro. So this shit can make sense for everybody, my man. Too much money in the team, man, for not to be seeing real rock, bro, man. Money in the team, man. I tell you,
and my brother that said she lectures, you know.